doldrums. If you're a surf rider, you've learned to be patient. First, you have to wait for the storm to go into the right position, send in a groundswell from far away. Then you paddle out in the groundswell. You've been looking forward to it for a week or two. And then you sit there and wait some more for the right set to come in to catch a wave. Now, there's always a little wave somewhere. We had a couple of good storms in October and January, and just a couple weeks ago we had that multi-day nor'easter. So, shifting sands. Where's your favorite sandbar? There's not one around here, but we've got people looking. They're not going to tell us where, but there's one right there from yesterday. So without much surf, how am I going to do a weekly surf report? You can't just sit around and smell the honeysuckle forever. How about some weather lessons? What causes wind? Wind is air moving from high to low pressure. Globally, the sun heats up the equator. That causes less dense air to rise at the equator. Cold air at the North Pole sinks. Air at the North Pole comes down at low parts of the atmosphere, and the warm air goes up over the top, and in between you get all those storms, including hurricanes. The whole mission of a hurricane is to transport the heat from the equator to the North Pole, try and create equilibrium, but equilibrium is never created. So that's a really big picture. On a smaller scale, you get a storm, say, going up into the Great Lakes, like we do this weekend, that former snowstorm from Colorado, where it's starting to snow now. Yesterday, Denver was near 90, today it's snowing. That's nuts, that's not happening here. Anyhow, that low goes up into the Great Lakes, so you'd think we'd get more of a southwest flow with a high pressure system to the south, low pressure to the north. That would create a southwest wind. However, this little mesoscale convective vortex causing severe weather and a tornado watch in New Jersey this afternoon, that's a very subtle feature that's going to move off of Cape Cod in the morning, and it does have a circulation, so it's actually going to try and keep a sea breeze going tomorrow. Now we're talking real mesoscale. We're talking diurnal situation. Diurnal is where's the sun in the sky. When the sun comes up in the morning, often you'll be flat. If it's a high pressure system near you, there's not much of forcing, so you don't have any wind, you have glassy water. And then the sun gets higher in the sky, now you're heating up the land to 90 to 95 this weekend. And at the ocean, the water temperature is still only about 53, 54. It's going to come up a few degrees, so it's not going to be that cold. And so that creates a local high pressure system over the water where the cooler air, more dense, is sinking, and the warmer air over the land is rising. And that's just a very localized sea breeze effect that'll keep you a little cooler at the beaches. And the sunburn factor is probably going to be pretty high. Now, there is a fog bank way out there. That fog bank is probably going to suck back in with this little MCV that's coming through. And whenever you get dew point going to the 60s and a water temperature in the 50s, you're going to have some fog banks. But I think it's going to be hot enough that that fog should evaporate. So you're going boating tomorrow, motor boating, really good. It's not going to be too windy. And there are fish. I see the birds working in the river here. I don't know if they're blues or just stripers, but let us know about that. Your high tide is late in the day, so it's low tide early in the morning. So plenty of beach space tomorrow morning. And I don't think we're going to have so much of a gradient, so we'll probably have locally onshore wind, primarily from the southwest along the south coast, but southeast and the east-facing shores. And then Sunday, there's more of a pressure gradient, more isobars on Sunday. Severe weather is likely in parts of New York, northern New England Sunday, and that's going to cause a low pressure system in northern New England. There'll be high pressure in southern New England, so the air should get gusty from the southwest. Better sailing day on Sunday, and those storms probably wait till Sunday night and Monday. Last weekend, Beck, my partner here, where are you, Beck? You're back from the mountains. This is what he did last Sunday. Closing day was Saturday, so he hiked up with Colleen, got a few more turns in on Sunday. Thanks for participating. Oh, the bird just flew, like missed the camera by that much. It's one of those birds that kind of lands on your rake when you're working in your garden. So I'm a bird watcher, bird chaser, and we'll do more lessons on wind and waves again next week. I think that's enough for today. Remember, diurnal heating. The sun gets high in the sky, warms up, you get a localized sea breeze. A lot of surf riders are fairly secretive about their favorite spot to go. And often there's a path that no one else knows about, except for that rider and a few of his friends. I do not have one of those here. I do have access, though, to go ride on my stand-up paddleboard. What's it going to do this weekend? Not much. It's going to get hot.